Hello, I'm CammyG, and welcome back to our Fortnite Save the World daily update videos. So we're going over everything in the shop, every, mission alert, daily, quest, updates, all that stuff that refreshes on a daily basis. Starting here in the item shop for the llamas. So we have 2 sale llamas as well, which I think are timed. If you don't get them early enough in the day, they do go away, I believe. And we have the super ranged llama, which is honestly probably not worth the 1,000 tickets. 1,000 tickets is a lot, and for the same effort, you could probably just get it with Legendary Flux if there's a weapon you want. Obviously, if you see a specific weapon in one of these llamas, then maybe it's worth it for you. But I don't think it's worth 1,000 tickets is a lot and takes a long time to get. So personally, wouldn't recommend doing that. Once again, calling out that the shop is, the weekly and event items are going to be resetting both in 2 days, because the event is then over and we're in the next season. So definitely get those while you can. No V-Bucks missions today either, which is a bit of a shame, but we had 2 in a row, so that's fair enough. Dungeons, we have crypts for the daily mission, and then in war games we have trapped out in Stonewood, so you won't be able to do that. Plankton, we have denied with the heavy explosives, which denied just puts the balls that damage you. Same with Twine here, the mission alert. So if you have our AFK builds, which if you don't, check out the description for the playlists for those. We have them for all areas, AFK endurance builds. So they will get you through the Plankton one, the Twine one here, and the Canny one. You should be all right. Just the 2 smashes might make it a bit more difficult for you, but you should be able to get through it. And then for endurance, we have Twine again. So Twine peaks, if you've got our build, obviously you can get through this easily enough. And yeah, get those alert rewards. Now, in terms of missions, there's not a whole lot going on today, I'll be honest. It's probably one of the quieter days, so it might not be worth coming on. But at least in Ventures, we do have a Legendary Survivor in the 108 Cat 2 there. And then in the 140 area, we have Harvester Sarah. So if you don't have her as a hero and you want to use her or put her in the collection book, that's a great time to get her if you're at the top end of Ventures. As far as 4-player missions, we've got Ball Lightning a Ball there, which is a lot. It's going to give you a lot if you do need that. You've got Epic and Legendary Perk-Up on that one. The Van mission looked pretty juicy actually as well, just on the regular mission. 4 times Legendary Perk-Up on that one, so plenty of Perk-Up in this area today. 4 times Storm Shards, so even the Evolutionary Material, even more Legendary and Epic Perk-Up. Some really good 4-player missions in here, and another 3 Legendary, 1 Epic Perk-Up in Ventures. So that's your Venture missions. Now, if we head into Stonewood, I actually got the right one first time this time, which is rare. Mission alert-wise, there's really nothing going on here today, honestly. Like, if you're really new, there are some rare survivors you can get, for example, like on that mission, but outside of that, it's really not going to be worth your time, especially if you're in Plankton or above. You're probably not going to want to come down here today, unless you're doing some sort of, that's hero XP, so again, not really worth it. Unless you're doing some of the challenges for, rescuing survivors, building structures types thing, can be easier in Stonewood. Now for Plankton, you can actually, in the very lower end, get a fairly decent weapon up here, so easily enough to do that. It's just a mini-boss. It's just a Cat 1 Atlas. So easy enough to get that if you do want that, either for the collection book or for using. And then towards the top of Plankton, we have a fairly decent, whereabouts is it? I don't know. See if we can find it. I think it might be quite difficult. Is it all the way down here? There we go. Didn't realise the 40 zone spread so far in Plankton here. But yeah, we've got the Space Invader there, which is a fun weapon which has sort of energy balls that do bounce off walls. So it can be quite fun to use. Pretty decent weapon. So if you don't have that or want to put it in the collection book as usual, check that out. As far as 4-player missions go, let's go back to the bottom and just work our way up. So 4 times period drops of rain there, which is pretty decent. The reason why I start in lower areas and work my way up is because obviously everyone can access Stonewood, for example. Another good 4-player there for pure drops of rain as well. And then Plankton, everyone in Plankton above can access it. And then as you go higher up, fewer players are able to actually access the missions. So I like to go over. Probably not worth doing that 4-player either. I like to go over the bottom ones first, and that one's not worth it either. So we move into Canny, which there's a few things potentially in the lower area here. So there's a Terminator, I think maybe this mission, which, I mean, that weapon's just pretty bad, I'll be honest. But if we go up a bit further, I'll just check the 4-player missions to go up. So Hero XP, probably not worth getting it on that one. And then I think it might be a double reward. I can find it. Should be after this one, which, again, not really worth doing that one. Over here somewhere. Right there, we have a double reward. So Deathwing and Thunderbolt. Neither of the weapons are any, particularly great. But for getting 2 weapons that you could put in a collection book, get some collection XP, might be worth running that if you haven't got those. Schematic XP, probably not worth it on that one. Let's see, we've got a 4-player here. Survivor XP, yeah, not really worth it. And then finally, Schematic XP with just 6 Storm Shard as alert reward. Really not worth it. We do have 3 Mini Reward Llamas here, though. And I believe there's another one. Yeah, we've got 2 there. And there should be a 3rd mission around here somewhere. Potentially this one. Yeah, there we go. 2 more. You've got other weapons, but they're epic. I like to show the legendary ones because, well, you're probably not bothered about collecting epic weapons. So I tend to just skip over those. And then heading into Twine, we have a good trap down here somewhere. So see if we can find it. This one, we've got the Sound Wall Trap legendary version. So this trap is key for your endurance builds for getting rid of those exploders. So the Husky Husks that carry canisters and explode your trap tunnels. This trap at the start of your trap tunnel will force them to drop it, and they won't be able to destroy your trap tunnel. So it's a fantastic trap for that. If you don't already have it, definitely check it out. That's a 4-player mission, not really worth running. That one's also not really worth running. Also not really worth running. Most of them seem to be Adventures, the ones that are worth it. They're not really worth it either. Neither is that one. Neither is that one. My God, they are really not worth it today. Neither of those are as well. If we look in this area, though, we do have a legendary Sniper Defender there. Now, Sniper Defenders are probably the only defender that's worth getting because the snipers can shoot through walls and the defenders also can aim at enemies and shoot them through walls. So it's good for builds. I believe you can actually AFK the UFO using that. Now, that's a 4-player mission actually worth doing, which is rare. But yeah, I think you can AFK the UFO in Endurance by utilizing the fact that they can shoot through, floors. Something about building it in the sky. I don't know. I'm not really tuned in with that, but I've had people say that it can be done. Another 4-player mission, not overly worth doing. But as we get towards the top of Twine, we've got power-based Nox there, so legendary version, easy to get in a Rescue the Survivors mission. Copper Jackal, which is a pretty standard pistol. 4 times reperk, though, a 4-player mission finally worth doing, so towards the end of Twine, we finally got some worth doing. Here we've got effectively a 5 times Storm Shard, because you get the 4 plus the mission alert reward. What else have we got around here? Any good weapons? Vinditech Burster is pretty meh. 2 rewards on that one, though. Rescue the Survivors, easy enough to do, so you could get those to put in the collection book if you don't have them already, but you probably will because they are base weapons. Up here, anything worth calling out? Potentially that one, you get a decent amount of pure drops of range just for a regular mission, not a 4 times, so it's going to be easy for you to do. This one's looking juicy, though. 5 times Storm Shard plus 400 reperk. That is a lot, so definitely run that one if you can, if you've got the means. The rest of these, that one's pretty good. 5 times legendary with 300 epic. That's going to get you enough to level up your perks. And 5 times pure drops of rain with lightning in a bottle. That's another great one, and another great one at the top there. So a lot of evolutionary material today, if nothing else. Not exactly the most amazing weapons or anything in these mission alerts, and no V-Bucks, which is a shame. But, we're towards the end of the season now. We're sort of winding down. So as I said, just make sure you're checking the shop for any of these heroes or weapons that you want to get before the season goes, before you have to wait another year to get them for reasonably cheap, just with gold. So yeah, that'll do it for the video, I think. So thank you so much for watching. Hope you did find it useful. Obviously, let me know in the comments if you did. If you haven't already, do subscribe for more guides, trap tunnel videos, general guides on just general game things. So yeah, definitely check out for that. But thank you so much for watching, and have a good rest of the day. Get back on the game and get your rewards and stuff. So cheers, and I'll see you later.